everyone! My name is Random, and today we are talking about more Star Trek. So, there's some little images that are going around for the Star Trek convention that's going on right now in Las Vegas. It is the first week in August when I'm recording this, and there's some kind of funny images going around from the convention. Most importantly, and hopefully this is okay to use your picture, please tell me if it's okay. But I'm going to pull this up off of Twitter, so here we go. Yeah, apparently there's some misspellings on these weekend packages, the captain's chair passes, or the caption's chair passes, as it were. I've seen a few people tweet these out. This was just the best picture of it because she was nice enough to circle it for us. And, yeah, so hopefully it's okay to use your screenshot here. This is in my Twitter feed as well. It's, yeah, so when I see stuff like that, I can kind of forgive it because it's probably a really quickie little, it's a quick little kind of throwaway sort of pass that they had probably printed up and under a time crunch by people who have nothing to do with Star Trek. That I don't mind so much. It's when we get stuff like this that I do kind of have a problem with, and this is a spelling mistake that made it to air. Now, here we can clearly say they say and simultation, and you can see the nice CBS sort of watermark backwards because this was flipped. When we saw this image, it was reversed. We saw it from the back side, and this image was designed, and in the episode, it was used in the episode where they're going through the brilliant plan from the evil cannibal space Hitler empress from the mirror universe. She comes back, and the admirals at Starfleet are like, yes, we need her to commit genocide on the Klingon homeworld, because that's what Starfleet would do, apparently, is go and bring cannibal space Hitler from the mirror universe and have them, you know, tell us how to blow up the Klingon homeworld. So my complaint, and the point of this video is, and go away, the point of this video is basically, are we kind of just getting dumber as Trek fans? Are we settling for less with Star Trek? Because I know I certainly don't settle for less with Star Trek. I hold it to this high standard of sort of sci-fi geekdom where people do their research, people do their homework. You have people who I know personally who know way more about Star Trek than myself, and they know every composer, every actor, they know set design and production and every person who works on every script. They know Star Trek. They know the theoretical science behind Star Trek. When I see something like Discovery having just simple things like science mistakes and spelling mistakes, you know, thinking that sonar is a thing that works in space, thinking that sound can travel through space in the way that it travels through air on Earth, you know, basically bouncing sound waves off of things, like that happens in space. I start to wonder, are we just are we getting dumber as a society? Are we are we de-evolving, basically, to use one of my favorite catchphrases? Are we accepting less from Star Trek? Because to me, like, the whole stereotype of the fanboy who knows every little single detail and asks an actor something comes from Star Trek fans. You know, we will study every single detail. We will know the theoretical science behind it. We will know how a ship is supposed to work. We will know how to travel through warp, you know, or how to use warp to travel fast in Star Trek. We will know the theoretical science behind it. We will be able to explain every detail of every ship and what it does, you know? And now your modern fans won't know what a deflector is or a nacelle. They will just say, hey, it's Star Trek. It's the one with Spock, right? And they know logos and they know references. They don't understand anything else. They don't understand, like, why Star Trek is good social commentary. They don't understand why it's more than entertainment. They don't understand basic Star Trek principles and emotions behind it, and they don't understand why we're so pissed and why we get so attached and why we nitpick stuff like misspellings, you know. And I have a real theory about modern television in general, and that Star Trek is just trying to follow this modern television trend of, you know, it's basically My theory is basically this. So pretend this is a cell phone. I don't actually own a cell phone in real life. I don't use it. I use my tablet to communicate with anybody, because anybody who needs to get a hold of me can contact me through Skype, Twitter, Steam, whatever. I'm usually behind a computer at some point in my day. And so my theory is shows are dark, like Star Trek, and they're filled with all kinds of crap that nobody cares about, because people are basically down on their cell phones texting. So they will be texting away, and it's dark, so you don't get the distraction. And then something like Star Trek Discovery will do, a giant whirring noise. Like on the episode, they had to put the mushrooms into a moon so they could have more mushrooms to use as fuel, even though that was such a huge plot point that they were out of fuel. But it was solved in like a second, because they could just go and Genesis device an entire planet and make all of the moon that planet or moon. So they could just go Genesis device this whole moon to make a whole planet of mushroom spores in about a minute. And they did this thing on Discovery where they dropped all these giant whirring sort of seed pods or mushroom spore pods. And I really have a theory about that it's just to get people to look up from their phones. They make this giant bright flashing thing and a giant noise to get people to look up. And I really think that these shows, they're not even being like designed and made for people who watch TV. They're made for people who are texting while they watch something in the background. And maybe this is why spelling mistakes and errors don't matter and science doesn't matter, because it's not for people who watch Star Trek. What do you guys think? Am I completely off the mark on this? Am I just kind of making this up just to kind of justify what I see is wrong with Discovery and with a lot of television in general nowadays, and movies? Don't get me started on movies and the dark filter that they throw over everything so you can't see anything. Am I just old? Am I just a curmudgeon? Tell me what you guys think. Do you want more videos like this? Also, I have a Patreon. Go to Random Game User 42 on Patreon. I will put a link in the description. I already have an exclusive blooper on Patreon for everybody. It's available at every tier. We have $1, $3, and $8 tiers. So let me know if you guys want more videos like this. What do you guys think? Is Star Trek Discovery just kind of for people who don't like Star Trek? Is the spelling mistakes and issues like that a problem to you? Is it something you can overlook? Am I just being too nitpicky? Let me know in the comments section, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!